Good morning, everybody.
So Keith Thurman, right, had an interview, video link in the description from Pep Talk Boxing. And he pretty much said that if Errol Spence Jr. don't fight him, then he needs to get the hell up out the division. Now, this is a bold statement coming from Keith Thurman because once upon a time, Keith Thurman was the man knocking everybody out one time. He was the man saying, "Don't duck me, son. I'm the big bad wolf." And, until Errol Spence came on the scene. Keith Thurman, that energy changed. The energy changed. We've been trying to get Errol Spence and Keith Thurman to fight for years. Back when Errol Spence was a 15-0 prospect, so maybe Keith Thurman was looking at it like, I'm about to go up in there and fight this prospect. You know what I'm saying? He has to earn his way up here. He has to, all that bullshit. Fast forward, Errol Spence beats Kell Brook, becomes IBF champion. Keith Thurman is nowhere to be found. He pretty much takes a vacation from the sport. Comes back against Josecito Lopez. Didn't look too great, but looked okay. Then fought Pacquiao, got beat by Manny. A lot of people felt Keith should have got the nod. He lost everything. Lost his belts. Now he has nothing to bring to the table going into a fight with Errol Spence Jr., who now has 2 of the belts. One of the belts that he used to have, that he vacated. Errol Spence got the 2 belts now. Now Errol Spence, looking at it as get back. Okay, back when I was trying to come up and I was looking for a shot, you didn't give it to me. So now you go, what goes around comes around. So I can't blame Errol Spence Jr. for that, making Keith Thurman wait, things of that nature, or just overlooking him completely, because I remember what you did to me. You know what I'm saying? And then let that be a lesson to all these other fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Let that be a lesson. But Keith Thurman, he's now also talking about fighting Kell Brook. I think that'll be a good fight. I think that's a fight that should have happened years ago. For whatever reason, Kell Brook and Keith Thurman, that fight never happened. That was a fight that should have happened, and that's a fight that probably we should be talking about Kell Brook, Keith Thurman 2 or something. But now both guys are pretty much, I guess you could definitely say Kell Brook is not the same fighter. He's kind of past it from all the injuries and things of that nature. Keith Thurman as well, actually. A lot of injuries, a lot of time off. So both guys are pretty much at the same point in their careers right now. And I think that would be a good fight. Keith Thurman versus Kell Brook. I don't know who will win it. That's a real good fight, actually. That's a real good fight still to this day. I think it should happen. But as far as Errol Spence giving Keith Thurman a shot, hey, I'm on the fence with that. Because Keith Thurman, I remember everything you did, man. And I was along the people. I was with the people on it. I thought it was bogus. Even though how you may have felt about it was like, why would I get this 15-0 prospect? This dude ain't got nothing to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't say any of that. You was really out here looking like a coward, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was really out here just like it was real bad. I think Keith Thurman may have forgotten how bad he looked during that time, because even the most hardcore Keith Thurman fans had to turn the left cheek to it. Like, they couldn't even ride with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman lost a lot of fans from that. So now he's out here with nothing, no belts to, bring to the table or anything. And now he's out here, so it's like, now you want to talk about fighting these guys. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do now? You gonna go back and fight Sean Porter again? How about fighting Bud? How about we get that fight done? The Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman is a good fight. How about we get that one done? See, the thing with that, though, Bob Arum, I don't know if Bob Arum is willing to pay these guys what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a huge, huge problem. And that will continue to be a problem for Terrence Crawford. If Bob Arum should have known this. He should have known. He should have known that if Terrence Crawford stayed with him, that he was going to really have to pay a lot of money to make some of these fights with him. And he should have known that. Like, you've been around for this long, Bob, and you couldn't really put that together. Because guys already ain't really knocking at the door to fight Crawford. So you're going to have to drop a bag on the table to lure these guys over there to get your fighter the fights that he needs. Are you willing to do that, Bob? Because now I'm questioning that. That's right, I'm questioning that. Are you willing to really put the money up for Crawford to fight these guys? Because, at this point, what could it really be? These guys, they don't seem too eager to fight Bud. But they probably want them. But a nice lump sum of money will make that fight a lot more enticing to them. Because they figure, hey, if I go out there and lose to this guy, which is a high probability, I want to be paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a world title fight and all that, for whatever reason, guys want a lot more to fight Bud. Remember, Manny Pacquiao wanted $20 million to fight Bud. $20 million. This is what, about 3.5, 4 years ago. He wanted $20 million. So it makes you question now whether as to Terrence Crawford should have signed with Premier Boxing Champions, or even I'm not sure if he entertained the idea of going over there to PBC, but whatever the case, it makes you wonder now if he was really on the PBC side, would he be getting these fights? I guess he will be one of the guys they would have to and probably would like to make a fight with if he was part of the stable. So, yeah, I think at this point, Bob Arum, if he's not willing to really put the money on the table to get these guys in the ring to face Bud, boy, it really should have just went with PBC. You know what I'm saying? He really should have just went with PBC. Even though he has the guarantee network deal, he's one of the few guys out there that has a network deal, things of that nature. But it really don't mean nothing if you're not getting the opponents in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It really don't mean much. And, these guys doesn't really seem too eager to fight you. It's not like people lining up the door to fight you. So the best way to really get those guys to fight him at this point would have been to sign with Premier Boxing Champions. You know what I'm saying? That's just the honest truth at this point. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we've been welterweighting for 3 years now. We've been waiting for 3 years for these guys to figure it out, make it happen. Now Errol Spence got a 3-fight plan and all this other shit, but we all know things don't go as planned. They don't always go as planned. So I think at this point, I guess we just got to wait to see after this pandemic ends. Once people start being able to fill up these arenas, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. The way these cases are rising and in the Florida, and just people are going to be too scared to even be around that many people at once like that. It's going to be a while before boxing can really get going. So these fighters may have to make that sacrifice and just do these big fights with limited or no crowd. It's just one of those things, man. Because this COVID shit, I don't think it's going nowhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook just got tested positive for COVID. After leaving Orlando, he tested positive. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's crazy. And the landscape of boxing, how it was even before COVID, this will really set it back. But, yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on it, man. Keith Thurman, he talking big noise, telling Errol Spence Jr. if he ain't trying to fight, get out the way. That's big talk coming from Keith Thurman. I think he's really doing a lot of talking now, because not only the fact that he ain't really got nothing to bring to the table, but because he already know Errol Spence probably ain't going to fight him anyway. And, Kell Brook is a good fight. Keith Thurman, Kell Brook is a great fight. Of course, Terrence Crawford against any of these guys will be a good fight. But I just question of whether now, as of right now, should Bud have signed with Premier Boxing Champions. I think he should have. We may have at least been able to get some negotiations going and, things of that nature. Because it seemed like it's just too many things in a way. Also, their reluctance to fight him anyway. But it's also other things in the way of preventing that fight from happening. And Bud being on the other side of the street is one of them. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.